to this edition of Palabra Reclaimed. I'm Saida Pagan, and today we are in conversation with the cast of the Garcias, the new HBO Max series that's a reboot of the Brothers Garcia. Well, the kids have now all grown up and they have lots of stories to tell. Take a look. Let's begin with Bobby. First of all, how does it feel to be back?
Oh, it feels amazing. You'd think that like such a 20-year gap would have made a big difference, but as soon as the original cast were back together, it just felt like home immediately. Like I saw Carlos the camera and I was like, fake dad! And we had like a big hug. And as soon as I had my very first scene with Jeffrey Lacan, who plays my brother Carlos, as soon as the camera started rolling, I was like, oh, I'm home again. It's like we took a weekend vacation as opposed to 20 years.
There's so much talk these days about authentic storytelling, and especially in the Latino community. Tell me what this new series brings to the table.
Well, I think that it's so important to watch this kind of content because it brings so much reality. I believe in embracing and celebrating our differences because this is the diversity, right? And we live in this world, so we have to just see our difference as a real thing. So it's not a Latino show, it's a family show. And we want to celebrate the joy, the love, the kindness, the sense to celebrate any family, because anyone in your family is gonna relate with the Garcias. And even though we're living and facing different difficult times, I think this is a very good content and positive representation for everyone.
I felt that it was a wonderful addition to have more diversity in the Garcia family. When you first were approached about this, what were your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I think it's really great that the show is including the AAPI community. I've had multiple people approach me and be like, 20 years ago, it probably wouldn't have been somebody in the AAPI community. It might have been a Latina. So I think that's really awesome. And then apart from that, it's just family, I mean, there are so many mixed families. So I thought that was really just to the times.
And let's move on to Trinity. Now, Trinity, how can kids out there relate to what's happening with you?
This show was really universal and it's about family. I think like young audiences like me and everyone can just really laugh and cry and feel good about when watching this show. My character, Alexa Garcia, is an artist and she loves expressing herself through art. And of course, the most important thing to her is family. And she grew up in a mixed race family and gets to have a summer vacation with her family, which has conflict and love. And I really hope people love this show.
Wonderful. Tell me why everyone needs to watch this kind of program.
There's so much content out there that doesn't speak highly of the Latino community that it's finally nice to just have something from start to finish that most Latin families can just relate to, and being able to see themselves in the characters that are on the show, I think gives them finally a sense of, home where they say, finally that's me, not the other, show that's that's selling, drugs or killing people or, whatever.
And here's the thing, the whole show is about creating a sense of normalcy. That's the whole thing. And I think Hollywood tries too hard to make us Latino. And like, we don't drive Latino cars. We don't have Latino pens. That's not a Latino shirt. We're people first, and that's the whole point of the show then and now. We really hope this show, and I think the cast can attest to it, and because they're a phenomenal cast, and I was like so honored to have this cast that they just bring a sense of normalcy to this show. So can Hollywood do better? Well, yeah. Hollywood averages about 2% for inclusion for Latinos in front of the camera and behind the camera. And the Garcias, I would challenge anybody in town to show a credit roll with more Latino names on it than ours. We're at 92%. So either we're geniuses, which I promise you we're not, or other people are just aren't trying as hard as they need to.
Far too often in the Latino community, there's a thought that it's only one narrative. And as you know, in the past couple of years, there has been a call for more authentic storytelling. So tell us about the universal themes that we see here.
Yeah, so I think, one universal theme that everybody can relate to, or that's like overarching, is obviously one that came from the original show, and that's todo para la familia, and that means everything for the family. And at the core of everything, that is what the show is about. Who has your back when you're down? Yes, we bicker. Yes, we are competitive. Yes, we fight. Yes, there's jokes, there's tears. But at the end of it, it is about a successful, hardworking Latino family that just really cares about their crew.
I was very impressed by what I saw, and I want to wish you the very, very best of luck. And hopefully this will open doors for many more shows that have authentic storytelling that changes the narrative about who we are as Latinos. So
yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for joining us for this edition of Palabra Reclaimed. I'm Saida Pagan.